How far should you go when it comes to meeting your perfect match? Well, Audra sat down with relationship expert Whitney Casey to find out.
For many of us, finding Mr. Right seems like an impossible task, but if you knew where he lived, would you cross state lines to just scoop him up if you knew he was there? Well, joining us now to talk about how to match your interests state by state is Better's relationship expert and author of The Man Plan, Whitney Casey. Welcome back, Whitney.
So would you cross state lines?
No.
No, not for
I don't
for
think
the
I
perfect
would.
guy?
I'd wait for him to cross the state lines to come over to where I was, but I don't know. I don't think I would.
Well, that's why we're calling this the state of singles, because
Yeah.
Match.com, of course, has 17 million people online, so they have all this great data. And what better to match somebody with what just common interests?
Yeah, exactly.
So teasing it,
interesting.
but you got to take a look at this.
All right, here we go. That is interesting that they break it down that much state by state, because I never would have thought that.
When you have that much data about singles, you want to put it to good use.
Yeah.
And so if you know where, for instance, the best coffee lovers, and if you are a diehard coffee lover, I mean, there are people who like know drip versus like right when they taste it. Where do you think you would go, of course? Well, Seattle,
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. Seattle is a good, obviously.
And then Portland,
choice too.
Oregon is a good second. Both cold places, a little rainy.
Right.
Obvious coffee lovers are going to live there.
And then what about if you like wine?
Okay,
Obviously,
wine
there's a place to go.
enthusiasts, and this isn't a shocker either because it's close to Napa Valley, but San Francisco has the most singles that are wine enthusiasts.
Interesting. Okay, so you got to move all the way up there. It's a little expensive, but hey, if you like the wine.
But if you live near San Francisco and you're thinking, then go ahead and move into the city.
Now this one surprised me though. It says the city with the most female football enthusiasts, Birmingham, Alabama. I mean, I know college football is a huge thing there, but
Roll Tide. I guess they're born and then they're told to be, Alabama fans. And good year to be an Alabama fan because they're competing for the number one title against Florida.
I know. My dad's from Alabama. I should have known that one. He's dead serious about football.
About his football.
Exactly.
Right? But he didn't raise a Roll Tide fan.
No.
Okay. All right.
Sorry. Oops. Okay, the city with the most male cooking enthusiasts. Austin, Texas, and then followed by Seattle.
I know. I love that Austin, Texas that's where Whole Foods is based. So it kind of makes sense. Whole Foods, they have cooking classes, and you can see all these men in there. And what better if you want a man to cook for you to then go on Match.com, go to Austin, Texas.
I know, but if you want an educated man,
you
got to move to
you got to go to the
cities?
state capital, which I don't know how because all politicians live there.
She said it, not me.
I did. Oh,
but not just D.C., Atlanta.
Atlanta has the most graduate degrees. So it's really interesting that they could break it even down to that. If you want a man with graduate degree, you go to Atlanta.
See, now saying that, maybe I would have hopped state lines then.
Yeah. See?
Back then, I was just thinking he just has to have teeth, a job, and a good personality. That's all that matters. Okay, what about most athletic? Because this is something that's important to me. You don't want a guy that's just laying around. You want someone that's going to get out.
You're going to go to like Pittsburgh and Philadelphia, and you're going to go right across. You just take a little ferry, or you're going to get on the train. And what's interesting is that Atlanta is also second to that. So if you want the most female, single, athletic women, you're going to go to Atlanta.
Atlanta's doing pretty good in this study. All right, thank you so much, Whitney. Good to have you back here again.
Thank you.